So before properly getting started with the course, I would like you to look a little bit at the website that we've prepared for you. So this platform is very new and we're still experimenting with it, and you probably have never been taught a course through a platform like this. So really you should look around, you should experiment, you should look a little bit at what we've prepared, not with the intent of learning about Python yet, but just to discover what's there and how you can learn about Python actually. So what is there in this website? Well, first there will be some videos where I explain different aspects of programming and Python, etc. And those videos will essentially come in two types. Either there will be a screencast with a screen capture of my screen where I actually program in front of you if you want. And below that, in general, is the code that I'm using for the screencast. So you can refer to that code, you can copy it yourself in your own, on your own machine, and you can start interacting with it in parallel to me. You can, of course, pause the videos and start playing a little bit on your own machine and then go on with the video. There are also some Beamer, some slide presentations, and those are especially present in the first weeks. And just below them, you should have some PDF that you can download, some PDF of the slides. Of course, there are gaps a bit everywhere, gaps where I fill things with my pen, my tablet pen. So a good idea might be to print them beforehand, before watching the videos, and put your notes as well on there as you watch the video. A very important element of the course, and you will get to decide how important it is the discussion forums. So the discussion forums are meant for the students to get help from each other, to ask their questions live if you want to the assistants and me, and get feedback at different stages of the course. So if you have a question, you should first look in the discussion forums if it wasn't already answered, and then answer it. And then ask it if it's not already answered there. Also note that the discussion forums have a lot of structure to them to help us find the information we need and ask it in the right place. Maybe it's the weakest part of the platform, so it requires maybe a bit more of effort from your part to make sure you're posting the questions in the right place. So always make sure that the category is correct for the question you're asking. There are also some quizzes on the platform. The quizzes are entirely optional. The quizzes should help you make sure you understand the material. And there are generally multiple choice questions or that kind of question. And yes, they usually follow videos and try to make sure you really understood the material in the video. There are some there is some homework, of course. So the homework you do online, you can submit it via the platform and get instant feedback on your grade, or actually feedback on where your homework might not completely be correct. And you also, this feedback is used to mark you, of course, and this is instantly added to the progress bar that is on top of this page. And in this progress bar, you can see how far along you are in the course, essentially, grade-wise. There's also a wiki. The wiki is important too. It will help the students organize themselves and organize information for themselves. It also helps us put more information out there for you, different resources, for instance, or different tips, things like that. So make sure to check out also the wiki when you're looking for information. Finally, there is some IRC chat. So for those who are familiar with it, look at the tab above. You can ask questions there. We might or might not be present. It depends a bit on how much you want to use that. I'll try to be present in the first weeks so I can answer your questions. There's also an optional textbook. It's a textbook. It's a very good textbook. I've looked at it. It follows kind of the same spirit as this course, so you might find it useful for you. It's entirely optional. You look at it, you don't look at it. It's up to you. You are, of course, also welcome to use any other resource outside of this platform. For instance, the internet in general. Google is your friend in general when you program. You should be able to find information outside of a very narrow scope or a very directed scope like this course. So that's important too. And you can also meet us in the office hours. So there is a schedule somewhere on the site as well. So make sure to find that. And finally, you can also contact us by email. So our email is a bit everywhere. You should be able to find it quite easily. So that's for an introduction to the platform. Maybe a good time now would be to look around, make sure you understood all I said. Again, not with the intent of learning about Python, but really to learn about the tool that will teach you about Python.